Today I'm going to be taking the DF Goblin out on the road for the second time, but this time we're taking it to a couple of events. As you guys know, we just got the DF Goblin road legal and insured, and so today we're going to be taking it out to a couple of events here in the Dallas area. This car's actually been performing pretty well, even though it still has some quirks that I need to sort out, like the alignment, and I probably need new tires. It's running really well, so I think it's good enough to take out to a couple of events today. So let's go ahead, hop in, and get going. Okay, I don't know how well you can hear me, but we're about 3 minutes out. So far the car's been running amazing. It's been kind of hard to film and have the map up, so anyway, I'll do a little pull for you guys. Okay, so we made it to the event. There's not a bunch of cars here, but there are some cool ones, so I figured I'd showcase them. We got some friends right here. So this is a couple of my friends. This is an amazing Ford. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's just so well done. It's a great restoration, kind of resto mod setup, and it just looks incredible. And then we also have BHA. This is one of my favorite BRZs. I love those wheels on it, and something that I'd like to do to my BRZ. I almost got a yellow edition, but I went ahead and stuck with the blue. The blue, as much as I like the yellow, the blue is just so cool. But the yellow editions are awesome cars. We've got a Mark IV Supra over there. That's also pretty cool. Massive exhaust pipe on that. This is a Black Rifle Coffee Co. meet, so I feel like I should shout him out a little bit. So far, I actually haven't had many issues with it being pulled over or talked to by cops. I've actually just had a couple people at a gas station just not like it, but it wasn't a police officer, so I'm not too worried about it. But hopefully they don't cause many problems. There's 3 police cars here, so hopefully they're chill. I think they will be, as long as I'm not doing anything crazy, which I won't be. But yeah, so far really chill meet, pretty early morning. We got 2 or 3 more to go to, and we'll see how it goes. We got the Goblin right here next to the MR2, another MR2. Again, a lot of MR2s out here. You didn't think it was MR Tuesday, but it's not. But yeah, the Goblin looking good. It drove well here. I do have a couple of things I want to adjust. One of the things is it did cut off on me, but I think I might have stalled it on the way here. Basically, I think I was in too high of a gear when coming up to a stop, and I think I just stalled it. I don't know why it would have died otherwise, and it hasn't died since. So far, the Goblin's been running amazing. We do have some minor adjustment we need to do. It's running pretty good. I do have to do some suspension tuning still. The alignment is still not perfect, and obviously, the valve cover looks like absolute crap, except for the piece that I re-Cerakoted. That looks amazing, but I still have more to do on this thing. It is nowhere near perfect. I just hope that the cops are all good with it. It is technically legal. It's just, if they nitpick it, they might find a couple things that I need to fix, which shouldn't be too big of a problem. Hopefully, because they're here, they're chill, but we'll see how it goes. So we're here at the meet. We got a couple cool cars. An MR2 kind of pulling in here. We got a couple of other MR2s right up there. We got a little squad of MR2s right here. It's MR2 squared. That was a very intellectual joke. I'm not gonna explain it, but it was pretty good. We got the Porsche 718 GTS. I absolutely love this car. I'm so glad that my dad was able to bring it out today. It's a little dirty, but so far it's looking pretty good. We got a Mark V Supra. Absolutely love these wheels. I would definitely want to run like a 2 or 3 piece wheel like that, because that just looks incredible, especially on this car. Love the look of that. Got a cool 1 Series BMW. We've got this Datsun. I absolutely love seeing this thing every single time. So cool. Datsun 210, and that is just a beautiful Datsun 210 right there. Now this is a 944, and I didn't think much of it at first walking by, but then I got up close and I looked in the engine bay. We have got a LS V8, or at least I think it's an LS V8, and it just looks insane, and that must be pushing a lot of power in a little car. That is very, very cool. I'd love to hear this thing start up. We've also got a couple of we got a Scat Pack, and we got this guy, very Halloween themed. A couple more cars have rolled in a little bit, but mainly police. There are more police here than other cars, which is kind of funny. But overall, it's just a chill little meet this morning. at Black Rifle. I'm gonna go to a Ferrari event here soon. We'll see if they let me in, but if they do, it should be a pretty cool event. Even if they don't let me pull the car in, it will be fun to kind of park and look at the Ferraris. So we'll be going there next, and I'll see you guys in a second. So we're behind Haw in the yellow edition BRZ. We got that red Ford right there, and we're rolling to Ferrari. This is pretty cool. So far, car's running pretty great. We just gotta make it all the way to Ferrari, and we should be good. Okay, so we have made it to the Ferrari event. As you can see, I made it in one piece. Luckily, my dad fell behind a little bit, but I had a little squad to roll with. Pretty unique, pretty diverse crowd here, but all pretty cool nonetheless. Obviously, we're not Ferrari, so we can't get into the event with the cars, but we can go walk around and see what they got going on. There's some copyrighted music playing, so I will film some stuff and just put some music over it. And if I get to a quiet space, maybe I'll update you guys on what's going on. But I will let you guys sit back, relax, and enjoy the cars, and I will check in after the event. So the event's still going on, and there's copyrighted music playing through the whole thing, so I can't really be recording there, unfortunately, but there is something in the spectator lot where there is no music that is really cool, and it is a 280Z right here. You guys know how much I love 280Zs, and this is a beautiful 280Z. It's still got the original safety bumpers. That's something that I got rid of on mine, but that's how you can tell it's a 280. It's got, this is interesting, it's got this protective door piece and the protective trim along the side. That's something that you can tell it is all original. This is a very original version of a 280. It's got some typical rust, but it is beautiful. I would totally drive this thing. Super props to whoever brought it out. It's a 5-speed as well, just like mine. I absolutely love this thing. Huge shout out to whoever brought it out here. I don't know who did, but this is, despite all the Ferraris, this is probably my favorite car. You guys know how much I love 240s, 260s, and 280s. Just this timeless look of these things, and that you get that inline 6 with the manual transmission. It's just something else. And then, of course, we're driving the Goblin back there today. But yeah, so far, pretty good day, pretty good event. We're probably gonna go get lunch and then head back to the garage here soon. But so far, we're doing good.
Martin and what's his last name?
Rexy. So I don't know if you know. Aston Martin Rexy in a Ferrari Event. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, bud.
The first day we got.
Okay, so we've made it back to the garage, and I've switched back to the big camera. I know the quality isn't as good on the phone as it is to the big camera, but when it comes to the Goblin right now, I'm still trying to figure out how to best record stuff with that car, just because it is so open and I don't want to leave my camera sitting in the passenger seat. So we're figuring it out, but we made it back kind of barely, I want to say. So the Goblin made it back to the garage and it ran pretty well overall. This is kind of the first real drive. I know we drove it before, but this is really the first actual drive that I've done with this car. And while it did run pretty well, there were a couple issues that I ran into, and I'm gonna try to fix them right now. One is the suspension still isn't tuned perfectly, and a lot of that comes down to alignment. It's pretty good, but I'm still getting some porpoising, and the alignment's kind of pulling me every which way. That's something that I will probably have professionally done, just because I don't have the tools to do it really. I'm just kind of eyeballing stuff and taking some measurements off of certain points of the car, and it's kind of working, not really. Another issue that I ran into that I think is related to another issue is It did stall on me once, but I think it's because of the clutch issue that I just discovered. Now this car has a hydraulic clutch, which basically means it's a fluid-driven clutch, not a cable-driven clutch. I'm pretty sure most clutches are like that, but this one specifically is a hydraulic clutch, which means you have to bleed the clutch, get all of the air out of the system so it's completely fluid, so that it will actually engage and disengage the clutch whenever you push on the pedal. However, if it's not fully bled, even if there's a tiny little air bubble in there, it will not fully disengage the clutch, even if the pedal is pushed all the way in, which is basically what's happening. When I'm in first gear or any other gear and I have the clutch pushed all the way in, I'm still getting some amount of power, some slippage from the clutch, and it's propelling me forward. It's pretty easy to notice with this car because of how light it is that any amount of engagement from the clutch is going to move me forward just because of how light it is. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and just try to bleed the clutch real quick, see if that fixes it, and if it does, Bob's your uncle, we're good, we can drive it. If it doesn't fix it, that means it's probably a throwout bearing issue or maybe a master cylinder issue with the clutch. Hopefully it's just bleeding it. That should be a pretty easy fix, but let's go ahead and find out. Okay, so I've spent the past couple hours working on this, hoping to have some good news. However, it doesn't look like great news. It's still giving me the same issue even though I've bled the system over and over again, and I think it's because of either the master or the slave cylinder. The only thing I haven't fully tried is bench bleeding that system, as well as my slave cylinder is kind of angled down for the bleeder, so I think there might be an air bubble trapped up there. It's small enough that I think I'm gonna go ahead and drive it for now and just try to fix it another time, but it's definitely not a win right now. Overall, pretty good day though. So that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like the Goblin videos, be sure to let me know in the comments down below that you guys wanna see more videos with this car, and let me know what you guys wanna see with it next. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Okay, so we have, woo.